San Francisco, 1968. The fog rolled over the Golden Gate, cloaking the city in mystery. The streets buzzed with the post-hippie glow of a new era. But darkness was looming. A series of cryptic letters, gruesome murders, and a taunting killer turned the Bay Area into the hunting ground of a man who would call himself the Zodiac. December 20th, 1968. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, two high school sweethearts, parked their car along a quiet stretch of Lake Herman Road. It was supposed to be a peaceful evening, a stolen moment of teenage romance. Instead, it was their last. Around 11:15 p.m., a car pulled up beside them. No one knows for sure what happened next. What we do know is that both teenagers were shot. Betty Lou tried to flee. Her body was found 28 feet from the car. David was executed at close range. The killer vanished without a trace. Police were baffled. The scene gave them little. No clear motive, no witnesses. Just two dead teenagers, and the first clue in what would become a terrifying game. Fast forward to July 4th, 1969. Darlene Farron and Mike Mageau were sitting in Darlene's car at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. The fireworks had just ended when a car pulled up behind them. The driver stepped out, approached with a flashlight, and opened fire. Mike survived despite being shot in the face, neck, and chest. Darlene wasn't so lucky. She died from multiple gunshot wounds. An hour later, a chilling call was made to the Vallejo Police Department. "I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway to the public park, you'll find the kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye." Just a month later, newspapers received bizarre letters, 3 pages of handwritten text, along with ciphers, symbols, and a demand. "I like killing people because it is so much fun." He signed the letters with a circle and a cross, his symbol, and introduced himself as the Zodiac. Each letter contained a portion of a cipher, the Zodiac's attempt to communicate in riddles. He claimed his identity was hidden in the codes. The public was terrified. The media ran with the story, and when amateur codebreakers Donald and Betty Hardin cracked the first cipher, the message was chilling. Though it didn't reveal his name, it confirmed one thing. This killer was playing a game, and everyone was his pawn. September 27th, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking by Lake Berryessa. The calm afternoon was interrupted when a man appeared wearing an executioner-style hood with a crosshair symbol. He tied them up, stabbed them multiple times, and then casually walked away. Before leaving the area, the killer scrawled a message on their car door: Vallejo 12-20-68, 7-4-69, September 27-69, 6:30 by knife. Brian survived. Cecilia did not. And once again, a taunting call was made to the police, this time even more confident. The Zodiac was escalating. October 11th, 1969. San Francisco cab driver Paul Stein picked up a passenger in the city. The man asked to be driven to Presidio Heights. But at the intersection of Washington and Cherry, he pulled out a gun and shot Paul in the head. For the first time, the Zodiac was seen. Children in a nearby house witnessed the man calmly wiping the cab down before walking away. Police arrived, but a critical error was made. The dispatcher had described the suspect as black. The Zodiac, who was white, walked past police unnoticed. He later mocked them in a letter. "The cops pulled a goof. I was walking down the hill and the cops passed right by me." Over the following months, the Zodiac sent more letters. He threatened school buses, described his planned death machines, and toyed with the media. He claimed to have killed as many as 37 people, though only 5 were officially linked. He even mailed a shirt piece stained with Paul Stein's blood as proof he was not bluffing. The public panicked. Parents refused to send children to school. San Francisco was paralyzed by fear. And yet, the killer was always one step ahead, always watching. In 1970, the Zodiac mailed a new cipher, the 340-character cipher, known as the Z340. It remained unsolved for 51 years. Only in December 2020, a team of amateur cryptologists cracked it. The message was chilling. I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber. No name, no identity. Just a reminder of his dominance. Arthur Lee Allen. The name surfaces again and again. His behavior, his background, even cryptic connections to the ciphers. But no conclusive evidence ever tied him to the murders. DNA testing on the Zodiac letters ruled him out. Other suspects came and went. Some believe the Zodiac was a loner. Others think he had military training. And then there's the theory that there wasn't one Zodiac, but multiple copycats. That the mystery grew bigger than one man. By the mid-1970s, the letters stopped. The killings, too. But the fear lingered. Like smoke in the San Francisco fog, people speculate the Zodiac died, was arrested for another crime, or simply got bored. The Zodiac Killer, never caught, never unmasked. He turned a city into his playground, wrote his nightmares into the daily news, and dared the world to find him. We may never know who he was, but one thing's certain, he wanted to be remembered, and he was. While the chilling story of his crimes has been told many times, this video takes a step further. We'll carefully examine all the critical evidence collected over the years, analyze suspects, decode ciphers, and explore theories with fresh eyes. Join me as we piece together the clues, separating fact from fiction, in an attempt to get closer than ever to the truth behind the Zodiac Killer. Stay with us till the end for the most comprehensive breakdown you'll find anywhere. Let's begin. The first known victims were high school students, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, shot on a cold December night in 1968 near Vallejo. No one could have guessed this would spark a string of calculated murders, each more cryptic than the last. Just 6 months later, another couple, Darlene Farron and Michael Mageau, were attacked in a parked car. This time, the killer called the police himself. His voice was calm, cold, calculated. He took credit, and he wasn't done. Weeks later, newspapers received handwritten letters. The sender claimed to be the killer and included a terrifying demand. Print my cipher, or I kill again. These ciphers, taunting puzzles, combined cryptic symbols with chilling proclamations of future bloodshed. The Zodiac signed off each letter with a unique symbol, a circle with a cross through it. It became his trademark. One of the first ciphers was cracked by a schoolteacher and his wife. It read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." In total, 5 victims are officially confirmed, but the Zodiac claimed 37 lives. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were attacked at Lake Berryessa in September 1969. This time, the killer wore a hooded costume with his symbol emblazoned on the chest. He stabbed them both. Brian survived. Cecilia did not. Then came the murder of cab driver Paul Stein in San Francisco. The Zodiac changed tactics, this time operating in the heart of the city. He even tore a piece of Paul's shirt and mailed it to prove his authenticity. The Zodiac's letters grew darker. He threatened to blow up school buses, described killing sprees with bombs, and continuously mocked the police with phrases like SFPD 0 Zodiac 37. One of the most infamous messages contained a cipher that, to this day, remains unsolved. Law enforcement and amateur sleuths alike have spent decades decoding his riddles, Yet mystery endures. Arthur Lee Allen became the prime suspect. He matched the Zodiac's profile, owned the same typewriter used in some letters, and had disturbing personal tendencies. He was even named in a letter by the Zodiac himself, yet no conclusive evidence tied him directly. Other suspects emerged. Richard Gaikowski, a journalist with cryptic connections, Lawrence Kane, linked through eyewitness descriptions, and even Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was once speculated upon. But no arrests were made. DNA was extracted from the stamps on the Zodiac's letters, yet it yielded no definitive matches. Despite modern advancements, DNA testing, forensic linguistics, and behavioral profiling, the Zodiac Killer remains unnamed. He simply vanished. No more letters, no more confirmed murders. Just a chilling silence that echoes louder than any scream. In 2020, a team of codebreakers cracked the infamous 340-character cipher. It revealed a disturbing message, but no identity. I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber. Some theorists believe the Zodiac was military trained, given the precise ciphers and coded language. Others suggest he worked in the media, able to control narrative and pressure coverage. What makes this case unforgettable isn't just the brutality, but the mind games. The Zodiac didn't kill just to satisfy violence. He wanted to be known, to be feared, to be remembered. He succeeded. So, who was the Zodiac Killer? Was he someone you passed on the street? A shadow behind a window? A mind that craved chaos? Perhaps the most terrifying truth is this: we may never know. If you found this story gripping, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. We dive deep into the world's most chilling mysteries every week. Who knows? Next time, the shadows might be closer than you think.